Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be reviewing this boat blend, that Blender file that I recently created. We're going to be doing a review of it, what I did, and how you can make a similar boat. So to start off, let's tab into edit mode, and you can see, I'm going to go into the vertices mode, I think it is. You can see how I did all this. And actually, whoops, I actually didn't want to do that. I actually have to turn all these black again because I was having some trouble with my UVs. So I have to turn all those black again. I don't know why it's not shift. Why it's not selecting those faces, but I just guess it's not alright. And then go back into UV editing. So I use this palette right here, and it helps. It's just a very quick way to color my stuff. And pull that over, make it black. That's better. So we have all that. So let's tab into edit mode again. Let's go back into vertex mode and so I started off with the plain square and I basically scaled it up and brought up the first part, and then from there I extruded the edges along to here. Now if I click on this view, tab back into edit mode, hit 3, just hide all those. If we hit 1, what I did was I took these vertices right here and I pressed, so if I just click Alt select, if I Alt Shift select these, I just press F, it'll fill those in with a with the face, and that's how I did that's how I did this part. Now I'm actually just gonna recolor these quickly because they should be black. So yeah, that's what I did for those. And then, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna, I might want to make that red. I'll actually decide. I think it looks pretty good as red, but it also looks good as black. I don't know. I'll decide. Containers, I just duplicated and recolored a bunch of them. So as you can see, I just went in, added a bunch of loop cuts, and extruded the loop cuts on the side, and that actually looked a lot better. That actually turned out very well. And I just copied them. See, I'm not going to tell you where I live, but I saw a ship just like this called the Galapagos come into the harbor near my house, and it inspired me to model it. So I haven't got this part totally sorted out right here, but I will do that. For this, if I just pull this up, I actually did this. This was actually something I learned how to do very newly. So if you click on that, you can kind of see. I can hide this actually. Shift A, I'll hide boat as well. Oh wait, no, that's not a good idea. Hide the collection. Shift A and a plane. Scale that up. We're just gonna tab into edit mode. Right click. Actually, I'm gonna go to layout so we don't have that there. Tab into edit mode. Right click, subdivide. We're gonna add 100 cuts. So you can see I just cut this into 100 little pieces. What is happening? And now, I'm pressing caps. And now what I can do is I can turn up this fractal a little bit, and you can see it gives us this kind of wave effect right here. I'm just gonna adjust my view. So yeah, we get this kind of wave effect, but it's still like very, what is wrong? My view is way off. It's still very like pixels, so you just tab out of edit mode. That actually looks kind of cool. Just shade smooth it, and did I shade smooth? Shade smooth. Yes, I did. So you can turn the fractal down, and I'm not 100% sure how you can do that afterwards. But I put the fractal way too high there, I guess. I'll do another version where I turn the fractal down a fair bit. Tab into edit mode, right click, subdivide. 100 is usually a good amount of cuts. And there you have it. I already have my fractal set. I'm going to turn it to 0.1. And that'll just give us a little bit less polygons. So yeah, even that. You can even do like 0.5. Subdivide 100 cuts. You can do 0.09. Maybe 0.08. That could be good. And then just tab out of edit mode, shade smooth. And that looks decent. But yeah, generally 100 cuts is good. But if you're working with a plane bigger than, if you're working with a plane any bigger than like this, I would actually no, a lot bigger. If you're working with a very, very large plane, I'd do work with a maybe 150 or 125. In my what? Oh, collection setting. In my in here I think I did 125 cuts. And you can see this. I just usually like to have 4 turned off, just because once I'm really done the main part, I turn off the floor because it's kind of ugly, just to be honest. The camera, I just decided to place it. The Galapagos type printing turned out really well. I liked it there, wherever I put it. There, I like it there. Just because you can really get a good view. Like, I mean, you can get a good view from here, but it just doesn't look as good, I feel. So I put it there. The rotation, the scaling, the depth. If you want to know how to make your, like, if I just rehide the collection, I'm gonna add in some text. So Shift A, text. Now it'll automatically come in on rotate on the x-axis, which is a little bit annoying. So you just gotta hit. You can either go to the rotation tool, click on it, and just estimate, or you can go to here and just type in 90 and it'll rotate at 90. Or the quickest way, just keep yourself in selection box, hit R, then X, then 90 on your keyboard, and you'll have it in right there. So yeah, there you have it. And then it's a little bit there, so what I do is I just turn on that, or you can, this will, basically you can just move it to the center. It'll center it. It's the snap, I don't know what it's called. I think it's like snapping it into place, but you can also hit when you're Alt H, G, X, and then hold down Control when you're moving it, and that'll just snap it. And then you're probably wondering how to get it, because you can't extrude it when you go into edit mode. It's not actually a object. It's type when you put it to edit mode. So let's just write something random. So like just like that. Tab out of edit mode. Just something random like that. And then go into here. This little A. Make sure you selected that. Go into the A. Click on geometry and turn on extrude. If you put it, and there's a very different thing. When you're using, I'm pretty sure when you're using a curve, you change depth, but watch what happens when I change depth. Yeah, we don't want that. So, we're gonna change, whoa, gosh, okay, yeah, that's not normal. Let's go back there. I'm gonna change it to extrude. And if you put it to 1, that's, you got some pretty big letters there. So, I usually change it to 0.9. Whoa, that's way too high. Yeah, 0.1. Yeah, that's what I changed it to in the Galapagos, I'm pretty sure, in my boat. So, and then there's that, and I'm pretty sure I will post this on my YouTube channel late, in a future video, but there is a way to turn it so this does become an object, so when you're done typing, and you for sure know that's what you want to have in your that's what you want your text to say, you can change this into an object and you can colorize it. I mean, you can colorize it right now, but for me, because I use a color palette, to colorize it, I would have to just turn that red. I would have to make it a I'd have to make it an object, which I don't know how to do, but I will look that up. But I think it turned out fine. The way I think it turned out fine the way it worked. That's 0, 1. Not really one. Oh, is it there? Nope. 1. Is it there? There? 0. Come on, it's there. So yeah, but it worked out fine for me. And again, please subscribe. And then we just unhide the collection and we bring everything back. And I'm gonna get at her. I rendered this with cycles, which was interesting because I actually did my first render with Workbench, which I've been trying more and more often lately because I've been modeling more and more things. I modeled a boat. You saw my pontoon on my live stream, I'm pretty sure. I did an updated version of that. The penguin, did a businessman, all that stuff. I did a katana, and if we can get this video, I'm not a big YouTuber, so if we can get this video to 30 likes, if someone somehow gets to 30 likes, actually, let's go 15 likes on this video, and I will post a video of me doing the Pixar animation. My friend, link to his channel below, he's been doing iconic scenes from movies. I suggested to him to do the E.T. scene in Lego, and we've been recreating them in Lego. So he's done the E.T. scene, he's done the Universal Studios intro, and he suggested I do the Pixar intro, you know, the one with the lamp. So I did that, so I'm gonna do that. I took one crack at it, didn't really like how it turned out, so I'm gonna redo it. But if we can get this video to 20, maybe 15 likes, I'll do a video on it, and I'll even put its link to download the all the letters and the lamp in the description. So yeah, that's all I think for today's video. If you want to know anything, here's the Galapagos print. So if I can tap into edit mode. So Galapagos. But it looks nice, I think, actually. I don't really want I would have wanted it to be colored, but I think not having it colored looks a little bit better, especially with the shadow. But I rendered this with cycles, which is very important, because I needed light, and I didn't have any light in Workbench. So I decided to do cycles. Now, I could have done Eevee, but Eevee just looks really... Eevee just didn't make all this stuff look good. Cycles makes Eevee's, in my experience, and I think my friend will agree too, cycles is for more realistic things, like if you're doing a Lego character, one, cycles actually doesn't work with Mechabricks imported items. No, cycle boards. Eevee doesn't work with Mechabricks imported items. It makes the character look weird. But cycles, it's better to do real things. So if I'm rendering with, for the things I've modeled, I've either done Workbench or cycles. If I'm doing, let's say, a futuristic, like robots or something like that, or maybe like a explosion or something like that, I would use I'll use Eevee. But Eevee's more for like non-fiction things, and then cycles is better at making things look more real. And I'll actually put a link in the description. Actually, I don't know if I can. But I use a color palette. So if I go to Eevee editing, I tab. I use a color palette. So it's an easy way, a quick way. So let's say I want this right here all to be black. Select it, G, bam, black. I'm gonna bring it back to red though, because I like it like red. I'm actually gonna change this red and see how it looks. I don't know why it's not alt selecting. So yeah, we're gonna change that alt red to bring it to red. That's orange. Bring it to red. I think that looks good. Write in the comments down below which do you think looks better. From the shadow, you can't really see. Actually, you can see it's red. Tell me which one you like more. I'm gonna stick with the black for now, just because I feel like it just looks a little bit more accurate to what I saw in real life. But if you want to, but if you think it looks better in red, then I'll do it in red. Yeah. So comment down below and also comment down below what you want my next video to be about. I could do a review of my katana, the katana that I modeled, or I even did a dragon. I could also do a review of my, what else could I do? I could do a review of my plane, or my samurai, penguin. I did an eyes animation, which wasn't great. I'll do a video on the pontoon boat that I did. Yeah. So that's all for this. I don't know how often I'm uploading. I haven't been uploading recently because I just haven't had ideas. I don't really have ideas of what to do. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you want my next video to be about. And goodbye.